Right now on ABC 10 News at 4 o'clock, another deadly human smuggling attempt off our shores, this time in La Jolla. We have a crew live with the latest details. Plus, Scripps Health confirms some of their systems are coming back online. What is not being shared with the public nearly 3 weeks after hackers attacked their system. And Governor Newsom is tackling the state's housing crisis, the new bill that could expedite new home construction.
ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
At least one person is dead. Another suspected human smuggling attempt off our shores early this morning. Good afternoon. I'm Kimberly Hunt. And ABC 10 News anchor Lindsay Pena is live where the boat came ashore in La Jolla with the latest details. Lindsay?
Yeah, that's right, Kim. This all happened very early this morning, just before dawn. It was still dark in these waters out here, and lifeguards tell us that the conditions were rough. There were 16 people on that small boat. One didn't make it. Now, Border Patrol says it was just after 5 a.m. that they spotted that vessel off the coast of Point Loma. Not long after, some of the migrants were dumped in the water near the Marine Street beach access. Then the boat managed to make it over to the children's pool area where more passengers jumped out. Lifeguards did get everyone out of the water, but as I said, one of those rescued died.
A lot of times these vessels are not seafaring vessels. They're grossly overladen. You know, they're packed with gas cans. They're packed full of people with inadequate or lacking safety devices.
Now, Border Patrol says everyone on board was unlawfully present in the U.S., and those 15 survivors were taken to a Border Patrol station for processing. Now, at this hour this afternoon, we still don't know the ages of those involved or where they originally hailed from, what country they were from. And today's rescue is the third Ponga boat rescue in just the last few weeks, which, of course, raises some questions about what's being done to prevent this sort of thing. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Coronel shows us what local immigration advocates are now pushing for.
It's a sight that's becoming all too familiar in San Diego. Lifeguards working to rescue individuals on a Ponga boat. This week alone, ABC 10 News covered 2 rescue efforts, both boats filled with more than a dozen people each. And then a few weeks ago was this dramatic scene near the Cabrillo National Monument, where a boat with more than 30 people on board crashed and capsized, sending people into the water. 3 people died. The Border Patrol says they've seen a surge in the number of people trying to get into the U.S. by way of the water.
These are basically open hold fishing vessels, overloading them with occupants, with gas cans. Sometimes they're pushing them miles offshore. Last
year, they took 1,300 people into custody. This year, they've already taken in 1,100 people. And local immigration advocates say the inherent risk isn't enough to keep people from doing this.
Both countries need to do more. The U.S. and its policies and the country they're coming from in trying to provide opportunities for these people so they don't have to leave.
Adding officials need to find another way to get the word out and across the border about the dangers of trying to enter the country illegally, especially on the water.
And I've reached out to the Border Patrol and to the Mexican consulate and said, hey, I'd be happy to make public service announcements or do whatever it takes to tell people, do not risk your lives crossing in the ocean, trusting the smugglers.
Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
Now, as you heard Marie say, there have been a string of these types of incidents in just the last few weeks. Coming up at 4:30, we're going to go a little more in depth about those and exactly how many people have lost their lives trying to cross over into the U.S. by water. We're reporting live in La Jolla. Lindsay Pena, ABC 10 News. Kim, back to you.
Such a dangerous journey, and as you said, a deadly one too many times. We'll see you at 4:30. Thank you, Lindsay. And you can stay on top of this story and all breaking news with the ABC 10 News mobile app. It is free in the App Store as well as Google Play. Scripps Health is confirming part of its system is restored following a debilitating malware attack almost 3 weeks ago. As ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Kastner reports, the hospital still won't say whether patient records were stolen.
Despite the news, several patients reported Thursday afternoon that they are still unable to access the Scripps patient portal system. A small sigh of relief for some providers and patients after Scripps Health posted Thursday that part of its network is back online after an almost 3-week hiatus following a major cyber attack. We want to inform our patients that Scripps.org has been restored. While some features on our website are still being worked on and are not quite ready for use yet, most of Scripps.org is back up and running. Multiple sources inside Scripps Health have told ABC 10 News that they now have access to read-only medical records dated before May 1st.
Read-only means you can't change it.
Expert Mike Hamilton with CI Security said Thursday that the hospital could be doing that to serve as a standard for unaltered records to see if at some point their integrity has been compromised.
That's what it sounds like to me, is that they have brought back some functionality in their electronic health record system, probably with a backup of records, and they don't want them changed because they want them to serve as the source of truth for what an unaltered record looks like.
Sources inside Scripps have told ABC 10 News that some units are able to access x-rays. Some computers are working, but they have limited access to information, and some employees can access some email and payroll systems. The hospital still hasn't said who may be responsible for the malware attack, whether records were compromised, and if there's a ransom.
The fact that we haven't heard anything about a ransom request just means they're not sharing information. Doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
A hospital spokesperson said Thursday that there are no updates to share and they are not taking interview requests at this time. The FBI said that it had no comment. Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
County officials are ramping up their efforts to get more San Diegans vaccinated by June 15th.
We continue to do everything we possibly can, not only to make the vaccine available, but to engage in meaningful conversations with San Diegans who may have concerns.
Today, the county said it has more COVID-19 vaccines than it has demand. And to change this, officials said they will be setting up more mobile vaccination sites. These will be placed at libraries, community centers, and religious institutions. County officials said mobile sites have already helped them administer 2,500 doses. We're currently 67% of the way to our goal of vaccinating 2 million residents.
With younger teens now eligible for COVID vaccines, the U.S. is edging closer to nearly half of the entire population getting at least one shot. But when you look at the state level, the numbers vary a lot. 7 states, shaded in green, have already reached the July 4th goal of giving at least 70% of adults one dose. But there are 10 states shaded in yellow that have vaccinated less than half of adults. The states with the higher vaccination rates are tracking some of the lowest number of new cases. Now, state vaccination data also shows some progress, but still big disparities among reporting and vaccinating some of the highest risk groups. An analysis by Kaiser Health found only 22% of Black Americans have received a shot. That is lower in most states than the 33% of white Americans that are vaccinated. But vaccination rates are rising among Hispanics and are higher than whites in some states. Native American and Asian vaccination rates are both over 40%. Some states are not reporting race or ethnicity information. The federal government is turning down some small businesses for new COVID aid and for reasons that aren't true.
I told my mother, I was like, Mom, the SBA didn't pick me because I have a child. And she goes, a what?
She didn't know she was a grandmother.
Yeah, pretty much.
She was told she hadn't been paying child support when she doesn't even have a kid. How other businesses being denied money are trying to fight this.
Israel and Hamas announced a ceasefire today, ending 11 days of brutal fighting. It took effect just moments ago at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said Israel accepted an Egyptian proposal after a late-night meeting of his security cabinet. Hamas quickly followed suit. About an hour ago, President Joe Biden spoke about the U.S. helping with rebuilding both sides and working for a peaceful solution.
I believe the Palestinians and Israelis equally deserve to live safely and securely and to enjoy equal measures of freedom, prosperity, and democracy.
The agreement closes the heaviest round of fighting between the two countries since a 50-day conflict in 2014. The House of Representatives passed a $1.9 billion bill to beef up security at the Capitol in the wake of the January Capitol riots. Among the budget items allocated in the bill are $250 million for Capitol ground security, which could be used for fencing or sensors, $162 million to fortify doors and windows, $200 million to create a dedicated quick reaction force. And the bill now heads to the Senate. Republican Congressman Darrell Issa opposes the bill to increase Capitol security. The 50th District representative from San Diego released a statement today that read in part, "This is the people's house, not a fortress. And while we can improve security with civilian law enforcement, we have an obligation to maintain our most democratic institution and make it accessible to the people it serves." President Joe Biden signed the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act into law today. The law is intended to counter a rise in anti-Asian hate crimes amid the pandemic.
My message to all of those of you who are hurting is we see you. And the Congress has said we see you. And we are committed to stop the hatred and the bias.
The bill creates a new position at the Justice Department to expedite review of potential COVID-related hate crimes. It requires the U.S. Attorney General to work with state and local agencies to establish online reporting. And it also directs government agencies to work with community organizations to raise awareness of hate crimes.